try this again. Video cavalcade. So Flappy on YouTube, thank you so much. If you've seen my previous video, I really appreciate what you've brought to me personally. And I don't know where the bee went. I went into the kitchen, brought myself a cherry. I cut it. I ate half of it. I was gonna leave it out so that that way it would be okay. But I guess she's okay or they're okay. So bee update. Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and say they're fine. If you didn't see the previous video emergency, I whacked a bee. But today we're gonna talk about money and not whacking bees. Try not to whack these. So money. So how do we flow the money? So a lot of people talk about the spiritual concepts that money is not a physical thing, but it's a flow. It's an energy that comes through you and whatnot. Sometimes when your right hand is itching, that means you're going to be sharing money. Sometimes when your left hand is itching, that means you're going to be receiving money. So you can rub your palms together in order to create that flow, and you can feel that energy start to flow in order to you'll feel some tingling, and you're creating that energy within you, and you think money, 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 and you rub your hands together till you get high. Basically, you'll feel this weird energy through your whole body if you do it, and you may get calluses because you may get addicted to it. And it also brings you, your face will become red, your whole body will become heated. It's also really good for weight loss. It's also really good for energy flow, for your body, for your chi, for all that energy to build up. You know, you see, hello, my hands are tingling. I was like, yeah, because you got magical powers. So that is a good way to be able to allow the money to flow. What you do is when you're in the bathtub, a lot of times your hands, once you've been doing it for a while, they'll start to itch. But what you do is you dip them in water. And the water, or you have a bowl of water, you rub your hands, you dip them in water, and then you take that water and you splash it all over yourself. And you're basically infusing the energy of money. Like just by saying money on water is infusing it, but you're like supercharging it, like, wow, you're being electrocuted with money energy. So that's a good way. That's a good way to be able to start that flow going on. Then and depends on your karmic existence within the universe, you know, and you're really like how much do you believe in the spiritual versus the physical, you know? And oftentimes when you have something really amazing happen, something negative will come after it to be like, ha ha. You just got to be like, well, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for having that, you know, balance of energy for me. So just be aware of that. So we got the money thing. So another thing is feng shui. You can look into elements about feng shui. Some people say put rice and put coins on top of the refrigerator, and I think something else. Let me know in the comment section down below if you know feng shui. But you put those on top of your refrigerator in order to create the money flow in your kitchen. Yes, kitchens are the money pots for the home. So you want to have like maybe a coin jar. You want to have your kitchen always clean and always so that energy can flow in and out. They say you're not supposed to put your shoes on the door, like in front of the door, and if like you have to put them in the specific cubby and have to be facing inward. The toes have to be facing inward rather than outward, so the energy flows in. I'm not quite sure. You can let me know in the comment section about that. This is a communal, educational experience. I hope that you all bring in your game and help others. So that's how we heal the world. So then you got the physical element of money. How do I make more money? You know what I mean? So you got the physical element of money. Some people do a 9 to 5. They go in, they go out. There's a lot of benefits to the 9 to 5. For instance, if you work for some of the big companies, they'll give you a discount on buying their stock options. So a lot of times you can easily quick buck with that discount alone. You go flip them. You know what I mean? Buy, sell and flip it that really quickly if you work for a big company. Some people think of the IRAs, ERIs, whatever they're called, MIRIs, whatever, you know, that thing where you put it to the company and the company is like, okay, we'll save you. And when you leave the company, they'll be like, here's your check, you know, all that other stuff. Or like when you're old, they'll like give you money. So there's those elements. A lot of big, you know, government organizations have their thing that they pay into, and it, you know, retirement comes in and whatnot. So you've got that going on. So you've got various elements within that particular 9 to 5 where you can make more money, and you can look at more options to how to make more money. You know, within the 9 to 5, you can also move up the ladder. You know, in those elements, how do you move up the ladder? Basically, what you got. What you got? That's basically the question is, what you got and how much can we get out of you? That's at the end of the day, you got to realize that companies want more money. Everybody want more money. So if you can bring the company more money, then it works out. You got to figure out the people to talk to because you may have great ideas, but you're talking to somebody who's like, nah, 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 you dumb. And then you're going to be like, what? When you really realize that you have great ideas. So you got to really realize who to talk to. I oftentimes make YouTube videos for companies just to be like, hey, I'm going straight to the top because I don't necessarily want to work for your company, but I want to create change for your company. And it works. Dare I say it? I did chase Survivor. Ooh. They used to say coming in guys, and now they say coming in because I think saying guys is sexist. So there's that element. Now we're gonna get into the super rich, super wealthy, raining money. The super wealthy oftentimes doing it through residuals. What they do is they create a product, and then that product oftentimes multiplies like a little monster, and each monster creates more money. Disney, for instance, you got Mickey, you got Minnie, you got Donald, and then you got all of them bringing in money because you got your Minnie fans and your Tinkerbell fans, and it's like, oh my lord! So you can go ahead and create a Disney. You're like, I can't create a Disney. Okay, well maybe that's not up your avenue. Maybe making YouTube videos and you say something really amazing that's gonna resonate for everyone in the world. And then people are like, here's some money because I love you, Chesco. I love you, Chesco. By the way, you can give me money if you want. I am accepting the money. Right. You can go in the information desk down below. And information desk. That's what I'm going to call it. The information desk. And then find out where to give me the monies. So there's that element. And you also have to ask for the monies. Sometimes people are like, oh, well, you seem to have a lot of monies. I'm like, no, I can never have enough the monies. I just lost the home in the fire. I'm sure I can make more of the monies. So, all those elements, be open to receiving the monies. Don't be like, oh, I can only make X amount of monies. I'm like, no, I want to make billions. I want to be in a yacht in Ibiza and I want it to fly to the sky and the moon. I want to go to Mars and Jupiter and Japan. Mars and Jupiter and Japan. That's the order. No, it's not. Anywho, the point is you gotta dream big, like a vampire. You gotta dream big like a vampire and want to suck everybody's body. No, you can't suck any. That's another thing. Is there an infinite amount of wealth? Yes, there is. There is an infinite amount of wealth for every single person on the planet. What? What do you mean? Because everybody has different desires and everybody's soul is tied into a specific element that will really bring them complete fulfillment. So for some people, well, why don't they want yachts and big things? It's like because they realize that they're gonna have to pay taxes on those things. They're gonna you know what I mean? It's like everybody has their own lane. And at the same time, we ought to realize that our lanes intersect with other people's lanes in order to have a really good lane and a proper lane and something that will ascend us to become better people in general through our constant wheel of reincarnation and coming back over and over and over in this world, then we ought to be good. So even though you make a lot of money, you got to know that if you hold on to that money, it will go away and it will also create a wall. But if you create that flow, that constant flow, you know what I mean? The more you give, the more you share. The more you give, the more you share. The more you give, the more you share. Then you expand your capacity to receive more energy. Yay! That was a wrong video about money, huh? And saving bees. I love bees. Anywho, I want to wish you, hey, you can grow bees for honey. You know what I mean? You can plant plants. You can just unify them all together. And we're going to talk about YouTube and how to cohesively bring everything together. Thank you. I want to wish you a wonderful, wonderful eternity.